Hello guys, as promised I'm back with my complete journey to the galaxy center. I started out at 170,000 light years from the center, and it took me a total of 6 hours to reach it. From that point I completed the Atlas interface quest line or whatever it was, and well, now warped my way through the universe with black holes. Black holes travel an average of 1,505 light years towards the center, other than just warping directly yourself, because that for some reason doesn't really help. Like, you jump 900 light years in the direction of the center and you get like 200 ahead or something. And as I stated in my previous video, I used cheats. Obviously I used a cheat engine for money and a trainer for unlimited warp charge, so I wouldn't have to stop and loot for that, which would have cost me, oh my, so many hours. Essentially I only changed chips when my warp engine got broken, because I only had the blueprint for one of the extensions, and it was pretty convenient to just be able to warp to any black hole within viewing distance from my black hole exit. So that's been all I've been doing. I've sat there for 6 hours and bothered myself with actually making this fucking goal. It was completely worthless, I can tell you. But yeah, there's my technique. The warp time between systems was 30 seconds, and I think from a black hole to the exit point was 40 seconds. So that explains why it even took so long. There was also the risk of it crashing after, I think, about 25 warps when you immediately start warping from the launch. I also had to actually add money at the end, because overall I spent 750 million credits for buying new ships, and that's all it takes. So if you want, you can either watch the time lapse or you can skip to minute 5:24, where I explain what happens at the end and what I did afterwards. So here we are at pretty much the center of the universe. I just arrived, named my system, where's the content obviously, and the galaxy center is just 6,000 light years away from that. You can just jump there for no reason, even though my warp engine can't even handle it. And then the cutscene starts. Pretty much the only cutscene in the game, I'd say. It takes a while, so I'm just gonna say what I did before, because I searched for any other players which might have discovered something, but there was literally nothing. Nothing around. It was not a single system. I have no idea why, because obviously people already reached the end. I was really confused, so I just got frustrated and jumped straight in. The footage might be laggy, because the game just itself is. I don't know why. The cutscene basically consists of you just completely warping or whatever. The camera just moves out of the galaxy center, and I was completely done with my life at that point. And just see for yourself. It's pretty much the most useless cutscene ever. The standard game music as well in the background. As I said, I don't have sound. I didn't have sound enabled because I recorded for 6 hours, and of course wanted to do something besides being silent. This is really the standard soundtrack, I think. I don't really remember anymore. And yeah, the camera just changes, and hold on a minute. There we go. New galaxy discovered. At this point, a friend of mine, which I was on Skype with, he lost his shit. It was obvious. I already knew what was going to happen. I got spoiled, or at least I tried to find out what the ending was. It's just New Game Plus. Now the camera just warps into the galaxy center for no reason. You just start off at a new planet, which you will see in a few seconds, or whatever, or however long this cutscene takes. There we go, initialize, just the standard start screen of the actual beginning. I thought I liked the design of it, but it's just completely stupid. So now a new planet, rain, mountains. I was kindly surprised because I rarely saw something like that, and boom, I have a fucking hostile planet as my starting planet, and of course I immediately get shot from the beginning, which is always great fun. So basically my opinion is just that the game is complete shit. I mean, you could enjoy it as a game where you literally only run around, but that's it. Like, you don't experience anything new apart from that. You experience all the game mechanics in the first hours, and that's it. And people are saying that you got overhyped or something. It's just completely stupid. Because if you look at it, there's many videos and lists that include the things that were promised but not actually in the game. I'm going to link a video in my description, which I really liked. It's really entertaining and also frustrating at the same time. And yeah, it's really not worth reaching the ending. There's literally no reason to do so. At least you don't lose your ship or your inventory, but it's just really stupid. Also regarding the Atlas ending, I don't know why people think it's so deep. I've read things where they say it's so philosophical. Ooh, you obey something and then you pretty much create a planet for another player or something. It's just, I don't know, I feel insulted in my intelligence by that. It just sounds really pretentious. So I immediately get killed by the sentinels, and later on, which I'm going to include, is how I see the 4-star sentinel, the really big walker that is actually included in the game, which I didn't even realize up to that point. I mean, I thought of it, but I never expected to actually see it at some point. So here you can see it attacking me. It looks really awesome, but I never saw it before, never bothered to, because Sentinels are just completely useless or not even entertaining enemies. And yeah, that's just the last thing that actually interested me, which I saw in the game. And now I'm just going to go to space. Just got myself some iron and that's it. And yeah, I only did it because my friend requested it, because I would have just quit the game straight away, but he wanted to see how far I was from the center of the universe. I named the planet Detroit V2 with a D out of accident, but I named it like that because the only other planet I enjoyed before was another one I called Detroit, where Sentinels were aggressive as well. So yeah, I'm 179,000 light years away from the new center, which I'm definitely not going to do. Not going to reach, because it will probably just reset you in a new galaxy, which is just completely stupid. I'm just not going to bother my life with it, and yeah, you're going to see that in a second. This game is just overall frustrating. Like, the hype, of course, always dies down, but there were really few things that got excused by the hype. Like the lack of content, which was promised, like the working AI, not completely stupid animals, or at least something enjoyable on planets. It's just so disappointing. I've never been more disappointed or frustrated at a game in my life. Like, I got so damn frustrated. It's just unbelievable, pretty much. I had Little Eyes playing the entire time. I'm probably going to make it the soundtrack of this video as well, which you would have already noticed by now. I really don't care if it gets claimed or something. It's too much of a passionate project, I would say. So yeah, as you see, I uninstall, and out of all those 300-something games I own, this is really the most frustrating experience. And since I couldn't refund it, I just decide, because of the ultimate frustration, to just completely remove it from my account. There's not going to be any content that is going to be worth playing, especially since they now pretty much denounce the ability of free DLC, which is just absolutely ridiculous. This is really the worst thing I've ever experienced regarding gaming in my life. It's just really completely stupid. Don't buy the game, guys. Don't do it.